Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 2nd, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. We have a lot of news to get to this morning, so let's get right to it. Republican Congressman Tim Walberg of Michigan's 5th Congressional District is attempting to clarify his recent controversial statement on the use of nuclear weapons in the Gaza Strip. At a town hall in Dundee, he likened the situation to the Second World War.
We shouldn't be spending a dime on humanitarian aid. It should be like Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Get it over quick.
In a statement on X Sunday, the congressman said he was just using a metaphor to convey the need for Israel to win the war against the Palestinian militant group Hamas as swiftly as possible. Michigan House Republican leader Matt Hall of Kalamazoo County wants a hearing on his bill that would outlaw sanctuary zones for undocumented people in the state. Hall is concerned about officials having policies limiting law enforcement from working on immigration laws.
Or if it limits their ability to communicate, that is a sanctuary policy.
Hall is pushing for the hearing after the murder of 25-year-old Ruby Garcia in Grand Rapids a week and a half ago, allegedly by her 25-year-old boyfriend, Brandon Ortiz Vita. He is in the U.S. illegally after being deported in 2020. Yesu Catholic Church held a march on Good Friday as they prayed for an end to gun violence. The march is personal for Judge Terrence Berg, who survived being shot outside of his home in 2015 during an attempted robbery.
It seems like it was just yesterday in many respects. And what I'm really happy about this year is that we're talking about the effect on the people who are left behind.
Berg and his wife, Anita, marched Friday and says he is certain the remarkable and loving community at the church is why he recovered as well as he did. St. Germaine Catholic School in St. Clare Shores will be closing at the end of the year. The confirmation came from the team of priests in Solidum serving the Gaudium et Spes family of parishes last week. Parents and community members had managed to raise $430,000 to keep the school open, which was well over the $150,000 goal. However, only 148 students enrolled for the next school year, too short of the agreement made with the Archdiocese of Detroit. The school principal sent a letter to parents in which she thanked them for their efforts to keep the school open. The team of priests says enrollment fees and monies donated will be returned. And the Detroit Health Department is offering free syphilis testing this week as virus rates increase in the state and across the country. The screenings are free to the public as part of the Public Health Week, and no appointments, insurance, or ID are needed. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. Your weather's next. Now this.
Persecution around the world has manifested itself through the centuries, but it is worse today than ever before. Aid to the Church in Need and its donors have been there to help since 1947, never abandoning the Church or her most vulnerable children. Will you stand up for your faith and accompany our brothers and sisters on their spiritual journey? Visit churchinneed.org. churchinneed.org.
In Detroit today, the rain continues from last night with a chance of thunderstorms rolling in this afternoon. Highs will be around 50. Tonight, the chance of thunderstorms remains. Lows will be in the upper 30s. Tomorrow, it will be cloudy with a 50-50 shot of rain showers. Highs will be in the upper 40s. Thursday will be cloudy with rain likely, possibly mixed with snow in the morning. Highs in the mid-40s. And Friday looks to be mostly cloudy with highs in the mid-40s. In Saginaw today, the rain continues from last night with steady temperatures in the lower 40s. Tonight, a chance of thunderstorms rolls in with the rain continuing, possibly mixing with snow after midnight. Lows will be in the mid-30s. Tomorrow, it will be cloudy with a 50-50 shot of rain showers, highs in the mid-40s. Thursday will be breezy and cloudy with a chance of rain and snow, highs in the lower 40s. And Friday will be mostly cloudy with highs in the mid-40s. In sports, Michigan's men's hockey is headed to the Frozen Four for the third straight year. The Wolverines knocked off rival Michigan State 5-2 in the regional final in Missouri to advance. U of M will clash with number 1 overall seed Boston College on April 11th in St. Paul, Minnesota. The Tigers are 4-0 for the first time since 2015. Last night, the Tigers beat the Mets in New York City. Shortstop Javier Baez was booed by fans in Citi Field. The former Mets player had given a thumbs down to fans booing the team several years ago. The win was 5-0 after breaking a scoreless tie that lasted until the 9th inning. And former Detroit Lions cornerback Cam Sutton has turned himself into police in Florida. This comes after a warrant was issued for his arrest on March 7th, for he is facing felony charges of domestic battery by strangulation. He was released by the Lions shortly after they learned of his legal troubles. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. For the first time, dairy cows are testing positive for the bird flu. The Department of Agriculture confirms herds in Texas, Kansas, and right here in Michigan have the virus. There's also presumptive positive tests of herds in New Mexico and Idaho. Here's News Nation's Stephanie Haynes.
This illness is called highly pathogenic avian influenza. It's been found in wild birds such as pigeons, blackbirds, grackle. The illness has historically been discovered in poultry flocks, some mammals, and even goats, as I said before, according to the USDA. And they were likely infected by consuming or coming into contact with these infected birds.
USDA officials say it's a good sign animals are able to recover. Traverse City area public schools were closed yesterday as officials investigated a cyber breach. Officials say in a post on Facebook they disconnected access to the network and hired a third-party cybersecurity firm and IT personnel to help. The cyber breach impacted the functionality and access of certain computer systems. The district will remain closed today as well. And the Wayne County Treasurer is resuming tax foreclosures on properties that don't have a payment plan. Anyone who is behind on property taxes had until the end of the day yesterday to request an extension or get a payment plan. Property owners who are 3 years behind on the property tax are being foreclosed on, and the property will be auctioned off. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings. Before we go, I want to wish a happy birthday to my wife, Teresa. I'm Matthew Handley. Lord willing, I will be back tomorrow. And until then, goodbye.